Good luck as well, good luck.
Honestly.
God bless you guys.
May the Lord be with you.
The fact you've even got an interview shows that you're capable
100%,
of getting an
100%.
offer.
In a pandemic as well. In a pandemic as well.
And
you're still flourishing.
Y'all are doing it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your bro Stefan here again with another video. Here, as you can see, we have two special guests. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi guys, I'm Kimberly.
Hi, I'm Stephanie or Chidera.
I'll leave both their Instagrams down in the description or on the screen right now. Also, Kimberly has a YouTube channel, so I'll leave that in the description. Go subscribe right now. You feel me?
Exactly.
So today we have some MMI tips for you guys. I'll let Stephanie explain what MMI is.
So the MMI stands for the multiple mini interviews, and it's a type of interview because there's two types that basically assesses different qualities required in a doctor. So they can either be scenarios, role play, quite tough ethical questions as well, and or they can also have one where they look through your personal statement and then ask you questions from it. But yeah, I think that's basically it. Yeah.
So I'm going to split this video into two segments. The first segment will be the resources segment, and then the second segment will be how to prepare for a multiple minute interview. If you want to check where those videos are, you want to skip to the relevant places, the timestamps will be below. But yeah, let's get started.
So to prepare for my MMI interview, what I did was I looked at a website called the Medic Portal. If you guys don't know what Medical Portal is, you should check it out. It's so good. It had different questions that you might get asked within your interviews, and it had like example answers and stuff. So it was like a question bank almost, which is quite useful, I found. Then I watched some YouTube videos. So I watched like different YouTubers who did basically the same thing that Medical Portal did, but within a video. So I saw how they answered it and their gestures and everything that was going on within the video, which is helpful.
And also on the note of YouTubers, there's someone called Ali Abdul, and he has a whole playlist on interview tips, and he has different people at his university, so Oxford, who actually give you tips, and he goes through a lot of what is actually mentioned in the MMI interview. I used something called MSAG, and I think it stands for Medical School Application Guide, and it was completely free, and it was also online. And basically they go through like loads of different topics that are important to know for your interview, so like things like types of healthcare, so primary, secondary, tertiary. They looked at like ethics quite a lot, and it was so useful. I tell you, you should go completely free. I will put it in the description link somewhere, but definitely use it. It was really helpful.
Yeah.
And
even like resources generally, like use YouTube, use resources out of YouTube, even use social media. Like if you can find people on social media who can help you with video consultations, I'll leave a couple of few like resources for you. There's the Melanistic Initiative. I'll leave the link in the description down below. There's Melanin Medics, which I personally used, and they helped me perfectly like in video consultations. Yeah, they helped me to like practice medical mini school interviews, multiple mini interviews during my practice sessions. And also there's one I personally recommend.
The what?
The Black Excellence Network.
So the what?
The Black Excellence Network.
Exactly.
Sorry.
I'll leave that.
Put it out there.
I'll leave that down in the description below. But yeah, just get as much help as you can, like as much and many resources as you can from everywhere. Like
also, I used there was a free like 1-day course at Leicester, and it was with a GP, and like he basically like just taught us like important stuff we had to know, taught us how to speak at interview. So I would say paying for a course. Do you think would you recommend that, or like a last option?
That's not even an option.
Because
it depends how much money you have, but don't feel pressured that you have to pay for a course, because you've got YouTube where some of the things mentioned, like course we mentioned on YouTube. You have the Medic Portal, you have Black Excellence Network,
you have so
you even have
there.
medical students. You might have medical students on Instagram who you can literally message and will respond. You message me, I'll respond. I responded to quite a few people. Message Stephanie, message I, he would literally respond. So I feel like paying for the same experience that people are out here getting for free is not really worth it. But if you're rich, do your thing.
It's your thing, say less.
One final thing I'd recommend that I personally used was the ISC Medical Interview book. Honestly, like there are so many questions in that book that you never know if those questions can actually come up in your interviews. So make sure you get that book if you can afford it. Obviously, play to your strength. If you don't have the money, then it's not too deep. But play to your strength. If you can afford the book, I honestly recommend that you get the book. Like even like just before your interview, you can just be flicking through the book, like just be practicing through the questions, and you never know, one of them might just pop up.
So So to prepare for the interviews, what I did was I watched YouTubers and just the questions I'd mentioned in the video, I'll write the question and write example bullet points down of ideas I should have in my head at the time. And then I also do the same thing but with the medical portal question bank on the different questions you might get. And for each question, what I tried not to do was not to write a paragraph for what I should say, because then I wanted what I'm saying to come off natural during the interview. That's hence why I did bullet points. And then next to the question I try to think, okay, what quality are they trying to assess out of me? What duty of a doctor do they want to see within me from this question? So I tailored my answer around that. So some questions were pretty straight clear. Your friend is asking you to lie for you. A doctor is always meant to be honest and act with integrity. So within that scenario, I remembered that and said, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm meant to basically be like to my friend, I can't help you, I think you should do this because I don't want to lie. And that's basically what I remembered. But how about you guys?
For me, one thing that I really tried to do was to get a good grip of the ethical concepts, like the four, wasn't it? Autonomy, justice,
The moral compass.
Benevolence.
I know, yeah, that as well. So I had to make sure, because a lot of the questions that they'll ask you will have those 4 ethical frameworks like implicated in them. So obviously autonomy, non-maleficence, benevolence, and justice. A lot of the questions that they'll ask you will have those 4 ethical frameworks involved in it. So if you actually understand that, then it makes things a lot easier to understand. Also, I think it's important to always remember your work experience. So always the things you've learned, the things that you've experienced. Like for me, I did charity work, I did volunteering, all that stuff. I didn't even get to work in the hospital, but I still got a lot of useful experiences. And just trying to take from that and then kind of being able to expand on it, and also develop good learning points. So with I worked in a pharmacy and I worked in different charity events, as I mentioned before, but they could ask you, so tell me about a time when you worked in a team. So I could say, yeah, I worked in a team at this time, and then always link it to why teamwork is important as a doctor, working in your multidisciplinary team. So just being able to link what you've done to the things that they ask you and then to a future as a doctor, and then doing that as well will show your the way you think and show that you are determined, that you actually do have a good insight into the role, into the medicine role, and into what you are required to know, or skills that you are required to have as a doctor. Yeah. So yeah, that was really helpful for me.
Yeah, so being able, it's important to be able to link your experiences in to the duties of a doctor. I suggest you don't have to read the whole document, but just flip through it on the GMC, and then next to each of them, if you can write across examples where you've shown you being honest, or why it's good to be honest and stuff like that. And if you can take that portfolio you've done and then take it further by getting the different ethics and linking it to the different duties, so when you just come to your interview, you'd be quick on your feet and know that, okay, this links to this, and this is why I'm doing this. And that's what they want to see. They want to see that you've taken a step further by thinking about why they're asking the question, thinking about why you're giving the answer you're giving, and that's what will show you have the qualities in you to be a good doctor.
So much as you guys should know questions and should learn questions and should learn how to answer questions, I would also say do not memorize answers to questions.
Facts.
Do not
do facts, no printer.
That's the worst thing you would ever want to do. They can literally tell when you've memorized an answer and you're just regurgitating it. They can literally
from medical portal as
exactly.
Well,
so make sure you don't do that. Make sure you actually learn how to answer questions. And the thing is, if you memorize an answer to a question, they might just ask you in the interview a slight variation of that question, and then you'll stop. You don't know how to answer the question, kind of thing. Do you feel me? So make sure you learn how to answer questions, not exactly the specific answers to specific questions, kind of thing.
Also, for the interview, you always it's scary. You will definitely get nervous. You take a deep breath and calm down, and always learn to speak slowly. I speak fast, but for my interview, I had to actually learn to speak slowly and clearly. For my first interview, I was doing this. I was doing too much, and she was even giving me and I was okay. So yeah, definitely calm down, take a deep breath. Obviously, they obviously know that you are going to be scared, but just relax, take a deep breath, and just think about be in the moment, just get a grip.
So ways that you can even help with stuff you stuttering, you speaking fast, you just moving your hands everywhere up and down. You can get other people to help you out. So you can get other people to help you with the interview. So maybe a parent, maybe other prospective medical students, maybe your friends you can even get. And also I'd suggest, especially because the MMIs this year are going to be online, get a video consultation with a friend, get a video consultation with a medical student or with a prospective medical student. Just go on Zoom, even make a Zoom room or something and just you guys chat, or even do FaceTime, just so you guys know like how your posture would be, like how you would speak, how your hands would be. Like you don't want to end up like talking fast like me, like I'm talking right now, you feel me? You don't want to be doing that, you feel me?
So before you go into the interview, I would personally suggest doing a method that you do to deal with stress. So for example, I listen to music. Just before I went in, I had Tory Lanez in my ear, guys.
Me, I was praying. I was praying. I don't know about you.
I had Tory Lanez in my ear. I was breathing. I drank some water. I was ready. I had my makeup on. I had a nice outfit. I was so ready for the MMIs. I went in there. Was a little bit nervous, but because I did all of that before, my nerves didn't get the better of me.
Yeah, definitely. Also, get friends that are mean. Like, get friends that will give you good constructive. Because some of my friends are like, oh yeah, you're perfect, fine. That's why I don't go to them. Just go to my mom would tell me. My mom would say, what's going on? Like, fix up, literally. It's like people who will give you good constructive criticism. And because that is what you need, because like, how can I improve if you want to tell me my good parts and my bad parts? So
100.
that's definitely important.
Okay. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the tips we actually gave you as well, and hope you guys actually add that to your action plan. But if you guys got to this far, to this stage towards the interviews, honestly congratulations, because in a pandemic,
And you're still flourishing.
But yeah, it's been
Kimberly
and
Stephanie
and your boy Aya Stefan. Peace, love and prosperity to y'all.
Good luck.
you got this.
You got this.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share his channel because you're not fake. And thank you for getting this far, guys.
Alright, peace, love and prosperity to y'all.
Bye.
Deuces.
And cut.
Oh my gosh, y'all ain't serious, man.
Pick one. Are you Stephanie or Chidera?
I am Chidera. Actually, real time, I'm actually Chidera, but Stephanie for my public image, so it's Stephanie.
Okay, for my little shorty.
Y'all,
Wait, hold
y'all
up, wait,
behave.
hold
Y'all.
My head's been pissing me off.
You're joking.
You're gonna pop it out anyway. Okay, wait. Do that.
Is he?
He is. You better. If I see some bloopers.
MMIs, you feel me? But I'm waffling right now. I'm really waffling. And guys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys take the tips in, and hope you guys actually put those tips into practice. You feel me? That we come to the end.
Don't
of the
make us
video.
waste our time. I'm sure
Again, it's been Kimberly.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna do it again.
What does bin mean?
It's been.
It's been
like, oh, I've been Kimberly and I've been Stephanie, and this is we're out.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, guys, it's been
Kimberly
and
Stephanie or Chidera.